Lucy.
Hey, Lucy. Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy's how everyone greets her when they see her at school or in the street. All of the children ask her, what time today will you and Sister Grace meet? Hi, Lucy's how everyone greets her. There's always a thought in her head. She's always got a question or some kind of story to tell. You are our friend Lucy. We like to listen to what you say. You teach us things that are good and help us grow in our faith. With you we have fun, Lucy. We love to watch your show. And when we hear the bell, we know you have to go. Jesus smiles when he sees her make an effort in all she can. Lucy, we want to be your friends so you can teach us to love him.
Hi, Sister Grace.
Hey, how are you, Lucy? Hi.
Fine. Hey, look at me.
What are you doing?
Look at this.
What's that?
Don't you know what this is?
What is?
It's for going to the beach.
Oh,
It's
yes.
nearly vacation time. Before this
That's
was
right.
my brother's, but now he can't
That's
fit
right.
in
It's
anymore.
almost vacation time.
Yeah. Hey, help me get out of this, Sister.
Oh.
Hey, my foot's
Wait.
stuck.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Right there. Here, hold on.
Okay, that's
Here,
okay.
you can sit on this.
I'm
Here,
fine
sit
now.
down. Here, let me put your foot there. Oh, right there. Okay.
Okay.
Have a seat.
Thanks,
Whoops.
Sister Grace.
Okay.
Look at me.
So, tell me about
Yeah.
where are you going this summer?
I'm gonna go and see my cousins.
Where do your cousins live?
Naples?
Naples in Italy.
No, in America, Sister Grace.
Oh my goodness!
Didn't
I
you
thought
know
you were
that?
going to Italy. No, because I think that this summer, some of us we might go to Italy because we have sisters in Rome.
Are you
So I said if you were in
serious?
Naples, I could probably see you
Oh
there.
no, I'm going to America. Well, I'm in America, but I'm gonna go to Naples.
in America. Where is that located again?
Sister Grace,
Oh, that's right.
You're
Okay.
just doing that.
I'm just-
Yeah, well, I
in
love
Florida.
vacation
I'm just
time.
getting mixed up with the one in Italy. Okay, it's
I
in
love
Florida.
vacation time, Sister Grace.
You
because
love
you know
it?
what I do on vacation time?
What do you do in
We're
vacation
gonna go to
time?
the beach this year. All
You
my
are?
family and my cousins and my aunts and uncles, my mom and dad, my grandma, we're all gonna go there. And you know what? I'm just gonna be all day lying on the beach and drinking juice and going in the swimming pool and not doing nothing. I love it.
Just sitting there all day doing nothing.
Yeah, doing nothing. In the beach. No, I'm going to be building
Lucy.
sandcastles, and I'm going to be building houses, and I'm going to be
And
building
Lucy-
lots of stuff.
Are you going to have time to do your prayers and go to Mass, what you've been doing throughout the year?
Well, but it's vacation time, Sister Grace.
I'm going to tell you a story, Lucy, and I have been reading it. I have the book. Where's the book I've been reading here? About,
Naples?
not about Naples. It's
beach.
even better.
What?
I'm reading a book here.
Who's that?
This is St. John Bosco.
St.
And this
John
is called The
Bosco.
40 Dreams of St. John Bosco. He's
That's
from
it.
Italy. He's from Italy, and they
Has
used to
he got
call.
a sore head? He's holding his head. Look at that.
No, well,
Maybe he needs to go to
You know
bed a
why?
little
I'll tell you
while.
why he has a sore head.
Why?
They used to call him Don Bosco,
Don
and he was a
Bosco.
priest. He founded the Salesian order now that work with young people, and St. John Bosco used to work with young little boys,
Yeah.
and they used to be at his school.
Mm-hmm.
And he had some gifts. He used to have lots of dreams, and you know, he's probably holding
He
his
used to
head
sleep
because.
a lot. That's why he's sleeping right now. Right?
No.
had a
Actually,
lot of
on the
dreams?
contrary, Lucy, he didn't want to go to sleep because he would have these dreams, and many times, you know, they would be for him so terrible because he couldn't sleep. They were dreams that many times in those dreams he had a guide, which sometimes would be the Blessed Mother, or his guardian angel.
Oh.
And it would tell him and explain to him what those dreams meant, because they always had spiritual application. That what happened in those dreams would apply to maybe
his
what
life.
the life of the boy, what was happening to the life of the boys on, you know, in
his grill?
his group. And for example, one of them, let me find it here. I think I was just reading that. Let me see, page 202.
Page 45, maybe.
it's one of his dreams, and you know,
Or
it was
54.
terrible. St. John Bosco, I mean, I'm glad I don't have dreams like that, but if God wanted, I mean, he really couldn't go to sleep.
Trying to
Sometimes he
lift
would say,
this up.
please, Lord, he didn't want to go to sleep because he didn't want to dream.
Yeah.
And once he had this dream,
Uh-huh.
and in this dream,
Yeah.
there were,
He went
he
on
saw a
vacations to
great,
Naples.
no. We're in Italy now, not in Florida.
Oh, okay. Go.
He saw a green pasture over there where there were lots of little lambs and sheep running around, and they were grazing through the fields. But the guide in his dream saw that there were clouds coming in, and it was getting darker, and then he heard,
Wow.
and then there were rumbles of thunder, and they were coming down, and he saw the clouds coming in, and then all of a sudden, he said, quick, run, take in the sheep, take them into the garden. But the lambs didn't want to go in, and he said, come in. And all of a sudden, big hailstorms started to, big hailstorms.
Like
They were
what?
big as golf balls.
Big as golf balls?
I don't know if there were golf balls back then. I don't think so.
Wow.
And they were big. They were bigger than these, and they would fall in there.
No way. Wow.
There were big hailstorm.
They were big golf balls.
Well, they weren't golf balls.
Yeah, wow.
But they came down, and he knew that he had to go out for those sheep and bring them in, because they were gonna hurt them.
Yeah.
And as he was trying to catch them, and they didn't want to be caught.
He nearly caught me.
And he was going there, and they would run away, and they would run away from him, and they would slip out of his arm.
Oh.
And then he finally caught one. He caught one, and the guide had given him an ointment. He said, with this ointment, you can heal
Yeah.
the sheep.
Yeah,
And-
ointment heals.
and it was
When I fell
it was
one time,
balm, and it
the
was
ointment
nice
in
and
my
smooth, and it would heal the wound.
Uh-huh.
And you know, some of the other sheep saw that what happened to him and that he was getting healed, so they came over too and let themselves be healed.
Uh-huh.
And he brought them into the garden, and as he was in the pasture and he saw in the fields all the little lambs that were running around,
Oh. They were like,
he all of a sudden, yeah, they were like, bah, bah, and he would get them to, bah, oh. And then, they saw a big, tall mast,
Uh-huh.
you know, like a flagpole.
Like the big flagpole.
Yeah, there was a big flag on there, and do you know what it said,
What?
Lucy?
What did it say?
It said they're really big.
Sheep.
Vacations.
Vacations?
Yes.
Why?
You know what what his dream represented?
What? Vacations?
It said in his dreams that big field represented vacations, and that all those little sheep were the little boys in his school.
They were little boys?
Yeah, they were
In his
young
dream.
boys, and they were excited just like you to go on vacation, and they said, yay, we're going, and we're gonna have a great time. We're going to the beach, and
Uh-huh, yeah.
and they
We're
forgot.
gonna make sandcastles. Did they say that as well?
I'm sure they did,
Sure they
Lucy.
did.
But during those vacations, they forgot
What?
that, you know, during vacations, they weren't supposed to forget all that they had learned during the year. What was
Like what?
to be good, to pray, to go to mass. They
To be
thought that it was just about
kind,
having fun and
to do
forgetting
things
about
on
everybody else,
time.
you know?
Yeah.
And the post said vacations,
Yeah.
and the guide told St. John Bosco, remind the young people
Uh-huh.
and the young children that vacations can also be a storm for their souls. You know, and those big hailstorms that dropped onto the children
Yeah.
represented sin,
Really?
because those storms were like the temptations for their soul. Many times they'd fall into temptation to get lazy and not to do anything, and to just sit back while
Yeah.
mom was over there washing the dishes.
Yeah, sometimes.
And they would sit and
Sister Grace, sometimes in vacations, I stay in bed a lot.
How long do you stay in bed?
A lot?
All day?
No, not all day, but a lot.
Half the day.
No, not half.
You know
the
what
day,
you
but
should do,
longer
Lucy?
than during the year.
Let me show you. You
What?
need to go on your vacations and make a timetable for yourself. You can't waste any time because time is precious. It's a gift from
What do you
God.
mean, like a timetable? Like a bus timetable?
You would make a schedule, right? And you should get at least 8 hours of sleep. 8 to 9 hours, but more than that, that's just laziness. You know what laziness is, Lucy? You don't want people to call you Lucy, lazy Lucy. Lazy Lucy. I wouldn't want to be called that. And plus, that would be a sin to stay in bed and just be lazy and to do whatever you want.
With the hailstones, right?
And your body feel, and then
Like,
and then you take the remote control and you go
Yeah.
channel after channel and watch.
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar, Lucy?
Does it sound familiar to you?
I don't think that would be making use of your time, Lucy. You know, we have to make good use of our time during our
I've got so
vacations.
much time during vacations.
And vacations, they're not a time to just, it's a time for relaxing, but it's not a time to forget about your prayer and being with God.
But what can I do with all the free time?
You don't go on vacation and take a vacation from Mass.
But Sister Grace,
you know you're supposed to go every Sunday.
I know, but you know what?
What?
I can pray, but I can't pray all day. What other things can I do?
You can do many things, Lucy. For example, you know that when you come back to school, you're going to have that play.
Yeah.
And you can learn to play the guitar. St. John Bosco learned to make magic tricks so that he
did?
could show the little children, and then he could speak to them about God. And he would teach them, when you go home, you can write letters, because you didn't have time. All this year you were studying.
Yeah, I've got to write some letters.
You were working very hard. But you have to use your time wisely and don't be idle. When I say idle, it's just sitting there doing nothing. Because many times when the temptation comes, the devil starts to put things into your mind like, Lucy, you should feel sad. You know you're all alone.
Or Lucy, you should stay in bed just a little bit longer, Lucy.
Lucy, you have to be doing something at all times and
I could
keep
help
yourself
people,
busy. You can
right?
You can
I could
help people.
Mom. I could help Dad clean the car, right?
You can wash the car, you can wash the dishes. You should wake up in the morning early, because what time does Mass start at your parish? Don't you? You're going to Mass with your mom, right? Same.
With all my family.
So you set your alarm. You wake up early. And you say your prayers. And throughout the day, you're doing different things, okay? Keeping yourself occupied and busy with good things. Learning new things, reading good books. Good books that are good for your soul. Okay,
can
so
you give
there's
me,
lots
before
of
we
things.
leave school, Sister Grace, can you give me a book that I can read about a saint?
Oh, sure, I have one for you. I have lots of books. With, I have one of St. Francis of Assisi, St. Bernadette. Okay,
do you have one about St. Agnes?
St. Agnes.
Can I have it?
Yeah, so there are lots of things to do on vacation.
I could buy a goldfish. Right? And I could feed the
Remember,
goldfish.
don't be lazy, Lucy.
Okay, I'll try.
You have to be Lucy who loves, okay? And
not
works
lazy,
hard and not lazy.
And I don't have to forget all the things that I learned.
Okay. All right, Lucy, I think the bell rang.
Oh, that's the bell.
That's the bell.
Grace.
Don't forget, Lucy.
Hey, when you want, Sister Grace, I can lend you my floater, okay?
All right, take care. Thank you, Lucy.
Sister Grace,
Bye.
bye.
Take care. Be careful.
Lucy, it's time to go, Lucy. The bell has gone, Lucy. It's time to go home. Lucy, it's time to go, Lucy. The bus is here, Lucy. It's time to go home. It's been great fun this time with you. We hope to see you soon again.
God bless you, Lucy. Thanks for stopping by.